What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Jaimon, where I bring you behind the scenes of my master's social work journey while balancing full-time work, internship, and life. I know I've been gone for a while, so I got 4 weeks in one. We done took like a month off because I got a lot going on. I took a vacation, and just coming back, it's been a lot with school and just everything like that. So this is week 22 of my master's social work journey, doing the program at Aurora University, and honestly, things have been moving very fast. I just wrapped up my third quarter of classes. Almost. I finish up, like the last discussions this week. I start my next set of classes next week, and then that's my last set for 2025, and then I hopefully have like a month off from classes because it's been back and forth, getting ready to finish my fourth set of classes. Like, that's crazy. I'll have 8 classes out the way. That means I'll have half of my master's social work classes like already done that I need to be that needed to be completed, and I got it done in pretty much from May to December, which I'm very proud of myself for. So really moving fast. That's why I definitely encourage you taking summer courses, because it definitely can help you with your progress. And today we're going to get a little bit into the academic insight and then really just talk about my internship, since that's what we've been waiting to discuss, is my internship and things like that, because it's finally got up and going after some things that needed to be smoothed out, if that's a word. What I've been learning in class, we've been diving deep into policy and direct practice, and I've really started to see how these two connect. Just being able to, right now we're writing a policy in one class, so basically I wrote a whole essay on a policy in regard to providing mental health services for those that are incarcerated. And although this policy is not being endorsed, I really like that we're taking the time to be able to do these actual assignments that can actually be used in real life. I can actually use this policy draft that I've written up in real life, So we're really learning how to write policies, but also learning that direct practice. We do a lot of simulations, with fake, simulation clients and things like that, to just really be able to hone in on our skills and to be able to ensure that we're using the right modalities and just taking the right steps when we're working with our clients. Policy isn't just about paperwork or government language. It's what decides what resources your client actually gets access to, what services you can bill for, and even how we can define need in the first place. For example, research shows that over 70% of social workers report that policy constraints directly affect how much time they can spend with their clients, according to the National Association of Social Workers. Learning how to navigate that and still advocate for clients, that's been a big takeaway this quarter. For me, just in general, currently we're able to provide community support interventions for our clients, but seeing the way that the political climate is right now, we're really seeing a big jump in a big decline in those who are eligible for services and the services that we can provide and the length of services that we can provide, and it has directly impacted our company and our clients already. Just kind of crazy, and I'm not a very big political guy, but I think it's crazy that we're taking money and resources away from social services and the direct support that we can provide to our clients, and we're putting that towards ICE, so we can take kids and hang out at schools and libraries and checkpoints and all this other stuff. But I'm not a political person, and that's not what this video is about. But it's a very rough political climate right now, and I'm not going to ignore that. But at the same time, the direct practice side, learning evidence-based interventions and approaches, therapeutic techniques, and one-on-one client engagement has helped me understand how social change starts in the micro level, one person at a time. And that's why I understand that in order for me to be able to make it to that macro level, I need to excel at the micro level. First being able to really assist on that one-on-one individual level, and then once I get to the point to where I feel comfortable, I'll move to the macro level and really be able to make change on a higher scale. But in order to do that, I need to understand how to make change on a micro level first. How am I going to make change on a macro level if I don't understand how to make change on a micro level? So that's why also this opportunity is very important for me. Now let's get into my internship in Chicago. So my internship is with Chicago Probation. It's actually kind of like been changed. Had some hiccups in the beginning of the process, but we're officially up and going now. And it's also through my job too, so it's a separate role. So then my second internship, since I'm in the 2-year program, I need 2 internships, one 450 hours, one 600 hours. And right now I'm doing the 450 hours, and I decided to use my work, however, a separate role. So then my 600-hour internship, I can just use the work that I currently do for that. So yeah, I'm working with the Chicago Probation team, and my first project has been building a training presentation for the Chicago Probation team therapists. So it's all about improving how we do billing and progress notes and making sure that everything lines up with medical necessity and treatment goals. Basically, the stuff that keeps our programs funded and our clients supported so we can provide our services at no cost to our clients, which is something that we strongly pride ourselves on. This presentation covers an overview of billing and invoicing processes, common billing scenarios and real role play examples, expected clinical hours per day and matching billing codes, common billing errors that flag claims, how notes should match up with treatment goals and diagnostic codes, and examples of interventions that align with the treatment plan. And all these are very, very, very important because you need to make sure that the work you're doing as a social worker, as a therapist, is in medical necessity. The work that you're doing is documented correctly. The work that you're doing is billed correctly, because all of these things can bring up flags and either come at you or the agency. So it's important that we learn to do these processes the right way and hone in on our processes for sure. To put this into perspective, across the U.S., billing errors cost behavioral health organizations millions each year, and roughly 30 to 40% of denied claims are due to missing or inaccurate documentation. That's time and money that could be going towards helping clients. So learning how to bill ethically and accurately is not just about paperwork. It's about sustainability for the company long term and also being able to help our clients long term. It's about making sure our clients actually get the services that they need in the right way. Side of the project, I've been doing a lot of professional development as well. I have completed the IM+CANS training. That's the Illinois Medicaid Comprehensive Assessment of Needs and Strengths. Every other state may be different. That's what I personally took. We also took the ORAS training for risk assessments with our probation and parole related clients. So, it really just helps us with being able to just do those initial assessments. Also, we do weekly individual and group supervision. So I have my weekly supervision with my direct licensed clinical social worker supervisor for my internship. And also I have group supervision with the other interns in the group. So it's cool. So we get to bounce ideas and things like that. And so we had that yesterday, and it was nice. It was cool. We actually, we did all the administrative conversations and things like that we needed to have, and then, I kind of brought up like, hey, maybe we could possibly talk about some ways that we practice self-care or how we recognize burnout and things like that. So we were able to kind of just talk about some self-care and that supervision as well, which I think is very, very, very important for social workers to definitely pay attention to and not neglect, because at the end of the day, you can't help nobody if you don't help yourself. You got to be selfish to be selfless, right? Because if I could be selfish and take care of myself and do the things that I need to do for me, then I can be selfless and give you a healthy version of me in that session, a present version of me in that session. So we've also been learning how to track interventions to align with treatment plans, just better learning how to schedule interventions and, just planning sessions in advance and things like that. All of that together has helped me grow my documentation, diagnostic, and assessment skills, which are all 3 areas that can make or break you as a first or second year clinician. If there's one thing I learned this quarter, it's that the best social workers don't just know how to do therapy. They understand the system behind it. They know the policies, the funding structures, the ethics, and the documentation that keeps services running. Because when you understand the system, you're not just reacting, you're changing it. Hello? Hello?
Hi, Warren. Is this Warren?
No, this is not Warren.
Oh,
Okay. Weird, weird. I'm keeping it in here for sure. And that's what the Master of Social Work program is teaching me. How to be both a clinician and a change maker at the same time. So yeah, that's my week 18 to 22 update. If you're in social work or thinking about applying, drop a comment and let me know what kind of content would help you the most. Maybe internship tips, billing workshops, or IM+CANS breakdowns. Just let me know. Make sure to subscribe to Jaimon U for all your Master of Social Work updates, field placement vlogs, and behind the scenes videos from my Master of Social Work journey. I appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I'll catch y'all in the next one. And if you made it this far right here, I might do these videos bi-weekly just because I'm busy. And I want to be able to make sure that I put in the accurate time to be able to prepare for these and give you guys good information, and also accept feedback as well. So I feel like if I'm doing these every week, it's not as high quality as I do these every 2 weeks. So I know y'all haven't seen me in a minute, but y'all gonna see me consistently. It's just going to be a little, it might be every 2 weeks, and we still gonna iron the details out. I'm really kind of just going off of what works best for me and my schedule. So we are gonna see. Appreciate y'all for tuning in, man. It really means a lot because I really do these videos, for you guys, and just to be able to share my progress and things that I've learned along the way, because I wanted to see these videos before I started my Master of Social Work, but I'm here, I'm here now, so it's all good. And appreciate y'all for tuning in, even though it's my fifth time saying it. So we actually out, and we gonna do the Jamie U. And I'm telling you, energy kind of low today because we got a lot going on. But at the end of the day, we're gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna take care of ourselves. So we're gonna do some meditation.